As young global changers, we believe that national and international stimulus packages must follow Green Deal principles to address the pandemic. We must rethink investments and regulatory strategies to deploy job-generating green technologies and infrastructure.
Today, world leaders have an exceptional opportunity to reshape global governance for better, recoupling economic development with social, environmental, and gender justice. This is a call for all G20 members to act with collective leadership and ambition towards a just transition. Activists, think tanks, farmers, women in all their diversity, indigenous communities, businesses, and we, the youth, expect strong commitments to respond to the COVID-19 with a just and climate-resilient lens. For that, transparency and monitoring mechanisms are required, as well as the integration of civil society to ensure the participation of all and leave no one behind.
Global warming and the climate crisis will dwarf the impact of the COVID-19 crisis in the long term. Hence, world leaders are faced with a momentous choice: either to put the climate crisis at the forefront and reach net zero by 2050, or prepare the world for a climate catastrophe that will impact our and the generations to come.
The impact of coronavirus on today's energy systems has already been massive, with oil demand falling at its fastest rate in 25 years and coal demand since the end of the Second World War. The fiscal stimulus measures that will inevitably follow will have an enduring impact on the energy systems of the future, and the G20 now has within its grasp a real opportunity, perhaps its last opportunity, to correct the world's alarming climate trajectory. Aid to industry through bailout packages must reflect this, not only through maintaining and strengthening existing commitments, but by attaching appropriate conditions to any loans. Moreover, carbon pricing is more urgent now than it ever has been to support the phase out of dirty projects, to prevent further investment in projects that are incompatible with the Paris Agreement, and perhaps most importantly, to provide governments with the resources needed to manage a rights-based and just transition.
We emphasize the need to prioritize the following points: investments in sustainable infrastructure, especially for renewable energy, carbon capture, and energy efficiency. Improvements in waste and water management, sanitation, and public transportation are critical for this strategy. Furthermore, we need capacity building and climate education for the general public and emissions-intensive industries. For this, adoption of science-based targets and an alignment with the circular economy narrative should be encouraged.
Our proposed action plans should be reflected in both short-term contingency plans and long-term government plans. Fiscal measures should prioritize the economic options with the highest climate value. Delays in climate negotiations do not in any way diminish the urgency of climate actions. Nations and institutions should coordinate and pursue the sustainable recovery after the COVID-19. This will greatly enhance the political durability of green stimulus packages and allow for a rapid and efficient learning mechanism as economies recover.
Green stimulus packages that include those who depend on the informal economy are an opportunity to restore the trust of all citizens in our government and are a chance to foster a development model in which the welfare of nature and its inhabitants is the core of all our efforts.